If you last my watch video, you get the point. You'll notice that this motor looks the exact same as it did back then. And that video was close to 2 months ago, I think. Something like that. It's been a while. But we have finally started ordering parts, as you can tell by these boxes. These 2 boxes is hitting everything that I've gotten ordered so far. And there should be some stuff coming in today, so fingers crossed that happens. If not, I think we got plenty to do. A lot of y'all probably know what this name means. If you don't know what this name means, then this box probably looks really bad. We got a set of long tooth headers. Pretty sure the steering column is not going to work. I do know that. So since it's kind of a gamble, I say we at least just start with the easy side because that shouldn't give us any issues. I need to clean this thing again. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Come on. Oh, we're getting somewhere. You know, that looks like it's gonna fit. Gaskets. Oh no, don't do that, please. Oh. It's so close to the frame, it's not even funny. But it's not touching it. Next, this is not going in there. It's definitely not going in there this way. I'm gonna have to go up from the bottom. It's worth the attempt, I guess. Oh my, it's gonna fit. There's no way. That's the way it goes. Go on. Go. Heck yeah, all right, I'm super happy about that. We'll open this one last. I have already opened all this stuff because I was too excited. I'm not sorry. But if you've never heard of CVF, this is basically gonna be my whole accessory drive system. Now my alternator is not here. I'm not gonna use the factory one from the 350. The power steering pump, here in a little bit, we're gonna go down to the farm and get my power steering pump off the 350, and I'll show you guys why later. But essentially, other than the alternator and belts, because we have to measure everything, we have everything to dress up the front of the motor. Oh, my old power steering pump might not work. We're gonna find out when I go get it. Look how nice these pieces are. Look at this. It's so perfect. It should just screw right in. Wow, that does not line up at all. What is this supposed to line up to? Oh, I'm done. I'm done. Y'all didn't see that. And this goes. This confuses me every time. Wait, does this use, oh, this uses, oh, okay. This uses water pump hole. So, I guess that means it's time to show y'all what's in this box. This is our water pump. Should look pretty good. I decided to go with an electrical water pump because, I don't know, it cuts down on belts. I should have done this before I put these brackets on because this thing is in my way. Alright. I guess when we go down there to get the power steering pump, technically I could get my old alternator just to throw it in there for mock-up. Now, in one of these boxes, I should have that. And this will be the last thing that we can physically put on right now until we get everything else. I really think I should Loctite these. I'm gonna Loctite these. So it looks like we have the alternator fan, we have the alternator pulley, and we have the alternator pulley cap. I didn't know it came with a cap. So that's gonna sit there. And then we have the pulley for the power steering pump. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to go get my power steering pump and make sure it's gonna work. I'm also gonna go ahead and get my alternator so that I can make sure that getting just another factory style GM small block alternator is going to fit this bracket. I think it's gonna fit. I don't see why it wouldn't, but just to be safe. Fish, what are you eating? Before I go get everything, I gotta go get a pulley puller, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. What are you doing, buddy? He thinks he's people. All right, this motor literally hasn't moved since we put it over here on these tires, which is fine. I don't need it anymore. But this is the reason I came down here, because this power steering pump is really good and I want to reuse it. That goes around. Oh, is it? I was seriously considering buying a new power steering pump if this one couldn't be cleaned up, but I think I got it. Just because it would be the only dirty thing in the engine bay, but I think it's savable. Oh my gosh, dude. That thing was in there. We have an alternator. Stay. Oh wait, you know what? Actually, I don't think this power steering pump's gonna work. After all that, I should have looked at this. This is what I was talking about. That's like a center exit. This is an offset exit. I wasn't thinking, and I was like, yeah, it's not in the center. It does exit in the center. So that might, I mean, according to that, that's not gonna work. Let's just see for ourselves. Now, for the moment of truth, is it gonna work? It is gonna work. Dude, why did this thing tell me this wasn't gonna work? Alright. Oh yeah, that's on there good. You have this back little R bracket back there or whatever. I assumed it was because it was gonna hit that. But look at this. It's not even close. That goes up there. That goes through there. And then, oh, wait a second. Yeah, this alternator does not fit. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but the 454s probably did have bigger alternators than the 350s, which means, of course, that's not gonna fit. All right, I gotta figure that out. Also gotta figure this out. This does not go on there. All right, day 2. I did a bunch of looking around last night, and I think I have the right pulley coming for this power steering pump. But basically, the pulley that came with that power steering pump is keyed, and there's supposed to be a bolt that holds this on. On my power steering pump, it's press fit. So when that shows up, we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll just order the right power steering pump. Now, as far as the alternator, obviously I'm stupid and I just didn't think about the 350 alternator being different than the big block alternator, which is fine. I was never planning on using this anyway, like I said. But I'm glad I tested that to make sure that I was ordering the right alternator, because I would have ordered the wrong one. So I've got the right alternator on the way already. So when I get those 2 things, I'll be able to finish this once I measure for belts, and that'll be done. But what I'm doing today, while I'm waiting on all that, some of y'all noticed that this valley on my intake manifold is not sealed up, and that's because I only put it on there temporarily to lift the block with these plates. So I'm about to take that off, seal these galleys, seal the water jackets, and put that back on, torque down final for the last time. Day 3, because we kind of had a stopping point yesterday, I really realized that it was just going to be way easier to torque down these intake manifold bolts if I took these valve covers off. And I didn't want to have to take these off twice, because some of y'all might remember I said I'm getting new valve covers, and it was supposed to be in yesterday, so I wasn't planning on having to wait, but instead it came in this morning. But first, let me get these off real quick. Look at this valve train. So beautiful. All right, time to cover it back up. I went with the Holley Sniper valve covers because the intake manifold's already Holley Sniper, so I figured might as well make it match. I think my dog has one of my sockets. And I can already tell just by setting the valve covers on there, even before the intake manifold goes on. This is definitely the look I had in my head when I decided what I was doing. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I can't put these on yet. I have to put the intake manifold on first, torque the bolts, and then put these on. I got excited. I completely forgot. That was the whole point of taking off that the valve covers. Oh, shut up. The heck? That's probably gonna leak. I need a hose clamp for that. Y'all remind me to put a hose clamp on that line, because that little one-time crimp fitting ain't gonna hold. I already know it. Now I do need to buy a black cap, because I don't like that. All right, what all did we do in this video? We did this whole CVF system, their water pump. Power steering is done. Lines are all hooked up, but we're waiting on a pulley. And then we can measure that belt. Waiting on the alternator, then we can measure that belt. Got the new valve covers on, got the intake manifold on, finalized. What else did we do? Oh, the headers. Got that set of hooker long tubes put in. Surprisingly easy, everything clears. I was not expecting that. But since everything clears, we can officially say that the exhaust is done. That is the only exhaust going on this truck. There's gonna be nothing else, no pipes, no muffler, no nothing. This thing is gonna be extremely loud. It's probably gonna be very obnoxious and I'm gonna get tired of it. But that won't happen anytime soon.